Good afternoon on what is a grey, overcast but mild day. It is Friday the 19th of November. I'm back in the Nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a pile of parcels to get through. So the next thing I'm going to open is this, which has come from Amazon. Okay, so what we've got in here is Lore Olympus, okay, by Rachel Smythe, which is the #1 webtoon phenomenon, and this is volume 1, and I have bought this actually as a gift to give to my daughter, whose birthday is very soon as I record this video. Scandalous gossip, wild parties and forbidden love. Witness what the gods do after dark in this stylish and contemporary reimagining of one of mythology's best known stories from creator Rachel Smythe. Persephone, young goddess of spring, is new to Olympus. Her mother Demeter has raised her in the mortal realm, but after Persephone promises to train as a sacred virgin, she's set out to live in the fast-moving, glamorous world of the gods. When her roommate Artemis takes her to a party, her entire life changes. She ends up meeting Hades and feels an immediate spark with the charming yet misunderstood ruler of the underworld. Now Persephone must navigate the confusing politics and relationships that rule Olympus, while also figure out her own place and her own power. This edition of Smythe's original Eisner-nominated webcomic Lore Olympus features a brand new exclusive short story and brings the Greek pantheon into the modern age in a sharply perceptive and romantic graphic novel. This volume collects episodes 1 to 25 of the #1 webtoon comic Lore Olympus. Okay, so yeah, let's have a look. First off, there's a nice smell to it. Sorry, sniffing box. There's something quite nice about a newly printed book. You can smell the ink. There's a sense of what's the promise of that smell and what it's going to deliver. So automatically, what we've got is essentially imagining of a Greek myth in the modern age. We open up with vehicles, very little dress, very little dress sense, use of mobile phones there, and so on. And I'm presuming that the dark red-eyed god there, what may well be Hades. But it's very open. The comic style is very open, very easy to follow and read. It's really kind of accessible, I think. And basically we have basically Hera running into or Hades running into Hera and embarrassing him. That's very kind of like treating it as like a modern sensibility, but we don't often sort of see that the gods are sort of like put on pedestals, and their relationships are explored, but not necessarily in this way. And I mean, if you want to explore, you want to sort of like look at it that way. There are plenty of essentially classical retellings of the Greek mythology. Down he comes again. So yeah, this is quite a lengthy book, and I would imagine if you've been any interest in Greek mythology or myth, or essentially looking for an interesting comic strip that sort of like that retells a classical tale in a new way, then this would be it. I like the artwork. Looks like it's really kind of accessible and easy to read. Basically placing basically the myth in a tale in a modern context, but still selling the same tale. You know, what if we, you know, and especially what if we had a, you know, what we had gods today, and how would they look and act? And you would think essentially this would actually be sort of like, you know, possibly if you were playing something like Scion, then this might be an interesting resource to go and look at. But yeah, you know, especially if you've got Greek gods amongst the number, and you're and sort of like the as a storyteller, you want to get your characters involved in sort of like the interpersonal relationships of the gods going on, that sort of thing. Then that's a possibility of inspiration, and you know, maybe someone that's perhaps a little bit more accessible in a sense, because of its you know, the fact that it's been drawn and illustrated, you know, basically look for its visual cues, rather than necessarily sort of like you know, going back to you know, some adaptation by a Victorian you know author. I mean, I'm not criticising him necessarily, but it means it's degrees of accessibility. Anyway, so that is Lore Olympus by Rachel Smythe. I think I'm looking forward to reading this, and I hope my daughter will like it. Available in your nearest bookshop. Anyway, thank you once again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. If you've enjoyed this, please do click the like button down below, and if you've got any comments or feedback, please do free to post those. I do take the time to read them. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with a parcel and a nice hot cup of tea, and a book or game, which I will talk about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, then please do hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll be back again soon with another unboxing in the Nook. Bye for now.